Let me tell them. Do you remember this?
Go ahead.
We was so upset with each other. We was talking about probably this person. It had to been this person. We was driving in the car together. I was so upset with my best friend. I said, you know what? Just get me out the car. Just let me get out. I got out the car and I took off walking.
It's Nae Nae. And bring a band.
Your big Wayne ain't record or mix my shit.
A best friend's life. A best friend's life. A best friend's life. A best friend's life. Comment and subscribe. Comment and subscribe. Comment and subscribe.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Best Friends Life. We're back with another video. What's up, baby FL family? You like that? Oh. Y'all, today we are doing a story time today. I don't know if I'm ready, but I'm ready at the same time because
It's needed.
it's definitely needed, and I think it will kind of help out like other friendships and things like that. Today we're going to talk about our most toxic moments in our friendship, because everybody has that. And we don't want to seem like the perfect friendship, because we're not. Trust me, we're not.
It's been a lot, y'all. And
we've been going through,
I thank
a lot
God
through the years.
I thank God. That's all I can say. I thank God.
So we're gonna start off with like things that kind of happened like in the past, kind of close to when we started working together. Like actually, like our very first job working together. We'll just, go in right there. Okay, so we both worked at Academy Sports, and
My second favorite job.
Your second favorite job?
Mm-hmm.
You liked it?
Yeah, I like the Academy. I had fun in the Academy. I love my department. I love
But
the
you
people
didn't
I
stay
work
as long
with.
as I did.
Yeah, because it got boring to me after a certain point.
Best friend worked in apparel, which was the clothing. I worked in footwear.
Shout out to the gang.
It's
Pam,
never-
We miss you.
It would never be the same.
Never.
I'm just saying.
Never.
Sorry to all the people at Academy now, but y'all would never be.
We was
The Rock.
lit.
We
We was so lit. We was so lit.
It was so fun working at the Academy, y'all.
It was
like,
really fun.
whew, take us back. But anyway, so going to when I worked in footwear, there was someone that worked there. We ended up becoming close. How we became close is because some of the people that we started off working with, they all went away. And so we kind of was like, okay, yeah, like we the last kind of two in this department. So that's kind of how things kind of took off in our friendship. Yes, me and best friends, we're still best friends. Of course, I've already said that. Whatever. But anyway, so
Yeah, this story time is really to open up to my best friend, y'all.
yes, so once me and that person became close, it started to affect me and my best friend's friendship, because she'll go into details of how she felt, but I'm gonna go into how we became close. We just ended up
Like
going other places.
What y'all did.
Yeah, like we ended
as
up
friends.
yeah, so we just ended up going to different places together. She would invite me to her house. We would talk on the phone like literally every day. Just things like that. And it just created less timing of me and Shanae's friendship. Yeah. And when I say, should I say like
Say it.
how it like caused the toxicness of
Yes.
like how she created toxicness to
Yes.
me? Or did you want to go ahead and say like how it made you feel first?
No, you.
Okay, so I think you should say how you feel. Okay. Yes, so that is kind of like the root of what happened. Me and her just, like I said, we just started doing things together and we just became close. And it just kind of became a friendship from there for me and her. And so now best friend is going to tell you guys how it felt. And I'm going to tell y'all after that how that friendship for me was very toxic and how I'm grateful for my best friend to still be here. And don't be cocky. Okay, y'all. So now best friend is going to give you guys her perspective of how it made her feel when me and that person became close.
Yeah, so like best friend said, I don't want y'all to feel like I don't like this person or me and this person ever had a falling out, because we didn't. When I say I'm the same on and off this camera, I'm the same, but I do express how I feel. Like when I feel like it's some underlining like hate in a sense. But yes, we all work together at Academy. And y'all got it, just to put it in perspective, me and Brika are 34 now. And this was when we were
like in our 20s, 20. Yeah.
So just to bring clarity.
Hold on, y'all. You can keep talking this more. Sorry, y'all.
Okay. So throughout their whole dynamic, like she said, like they were doing stuff, and now mind you, we are fresh, like a year after high school, so we're fresh of getting to know like what we like to do, what we're interested in, and things like that. So we're kind of like filling people out, in that regard. So for me, I felt like my best friend wasn't even giving our friendship that chance to flourish, to know like if we indeed was gonna be compatible, like after high school where we met, or like if this is where it should end in a sense, and so to see her create a space with someone else in that same dynamic made me feel like, are you sure that's what you want to do? Like, because I'm big on, that's the decision you want to do, stick to the decision. Like, don't make it seem like I wanna do this and then come back to me and be like, no, I don't think that's what I really wanted, when your behavior is total opposite. Because this is something that she wanted. Like, she wanted to be cool with people, like outside of work. So it just made me feel like, dang, like you really putting in the time to really go out your way to do stuff with this person, and I'm your best friend. And y'all, in perspective, me and Brika did not like hang out once we got out of high school. We didn't hang out. We worked together, yes, but as far as like doing things together fresh out of high school, we did not.
Well, for that though, I did go to college right after high school.
Yeah.
So this was after college, when I came back from college, when we worked.
Yeah. So it's like, even to that point, like it wasn't us doing anything after she has done everything with schooling to the degree of what she had worked so hard for. Like it wasn't that in our dynamic. And like when she got back, she put in the time to be able to do that. Whereas with me, it wasn't that. Now, granted, from my perspective, I have cousins that's the same age as me, so I'm either at my grandmother's house doing stuff with them, or like going to their houses doing stuff with them. So I never lost the sense of like being able to do stuff, because as y'all know, I'm very independent. Like I do things outside of breakup, but it's just like, speaking to our friendship, it wasn't that. So it made me like call her on the carpet about it, and I didn't like that at all. I guess bringing it all full circle now, and like what she's about to explain is why I felt the way. Because me, I'm very, very intuitive and could see things before they happen, like with other people. And I just knew it just because of how it came about. Like, to me, it wasn't genuinely created. It was more so like, I'm always with this person because I work together with them and I want something outside of the norm of my best friend dynamic, which spread your wings, fly, and do that. And it kind of didn't pan out how she imagined it to be. And that made me feel the way too. Because it's like, that's what you wanted. Like, it wasn't that you had to do that.
Yeah, for me though, so when me and my best friend argue, me and her definitely have two different personalities. And so when we argue, and somebody who has anxiety like me, we kind of get defensive in a sense, maybe. It just takes me out of character, and it just makes me feel like we're not cool because we have this like argument or whatever. And so it makes me move away from her and thinking someone else could console me versus her.
Console you.
Yeah. Console me, versus someone else. So I just said console in me. It kind of made it seem like I was saying console. But yeah, so for this person, going back to this person though, she thought that best friend was jealous of me and her friendship because I would tell her like, I was like, I think my best friend just don't like us.
I have a problem.
Don't like us together and this and that, and pretty much telling her all of this. And she kept saying, I think she's jealous. I think she's jealous of us. And and me just so naive and just like taking that all in, like, yeah, I think she might be da 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 da. I never told her that, I'm like, no, I don't think it's that, but how she was responding to those things, it made me feel a way as if she was, like upset about our friendship, and I wasn't even trying to make it be that, but we just became close in a different way, and it just, I don't know.
But that's very, that to me, that is all very normal. But I think because Rika went to this person during a disagreement, and like she said, she felt the need that person could console her. Of course, when you having conversations, it's going to come off as if where I feel like I'm being consoled, what they're saying is what it is. When me personally, I was never jealous of the fact. I just always, in our whole friendship, wanted Brika to see people for who they were and really like understand what she was doing. And Brika wasn't really the type of individual that really had what she was creating outside of that. She didn't really have that. So I understood, like, she just wanted to create friendships, with people, and would hope that would be long term. And like I said, it was never a jealousy thing, but to me, I'm big on behavior. Like, this is something Brika wanted. So yes, when she's having conversations separately, it's going to seem as if that. And I've always told Brika, like, do not speak about me with your other friends, because you don't know how to differentiate if they talking about me in a spiteful way or if they're really being genuine to me being the topic of the conversation. And that created a problem for me because I knew Brika was doing that, whether she was doing it intentionally or unintentionally. Like, I just know that because you're trying to make bonds, And so I remember after that whole situation of like how she just explained coming to me, I was just like, yeah, nah. Like, to me personally, I was just like, if that's what you want, then let it be there. But don't mention me when you talking to that person. Like, I don't want no parts of that. Because my thing is, if you're going to be talking about me, put us in the same room. So I can clarify what it is that y'all having a conversation about to the truth of the matter. And to this day, it was never that. Because...
But it wasn't, we wasn't like talking about you. It was more of saying, I just told her that you probably was upset of our friendship.
Right, but I'm saying
and all she said was because you were jealous.
Right, but I'm saying even after that, that never came to me. So I'm saying if even if it was that, like I said, put us in the same room. So that way all parties involved could have a clear understanding as to what it is. And I think because that did not happen, a lot of stuff started to transpire. And Brika felt me pulling away from her, and she felt her pulling away from me. You know, like she's seeing this in real time. So to me, it just proved the foresight of what I already seen. Because to me, if somebody genuinely wants to be your friend, regardless if you have other friends, nobody should be jealous of you if the conversations don't come about that way. You know what I'm saying? So like, even if it wasn't the behavior and what y'all really conversing about made it that. And Rika though, I'm not one to like hold my tongue. Like, if it's the truth, it's gonna be the truth. It's not gonna be, oh, I thought, oh, I assumed. No, let's tell it what it is.
Yeah.
And so now to the point of like the turning point of their friendship made it all be what I said.
Well, I mean, you never just came out and said, I don't think this person is for you. Like, you never really said that. It was more of, like you said, just basically she was just like, see for yourself,
exactly,
sort of thing.
Exactly.
And I think it took a while, but that person was very, very, very toxic all my life, I would say. It traumatized me. It was a traumatizing situation for me because I felt like I was giving her too much of me when I probably should have given more to the person that was really having my back in that sense. And you know, it's one of those, like you said, I'm probably was trying to create more friendships. And you know, best friend had her cousins that were close, and you know, I don't have any sisters or anything like that. And so we're still trying to find each other, I guess, as far as me and best friends friendship. And so I'm just trying to create more ways to kind of help me get through some things, I guess maybe just in case, like a just in case situation. Like, can this person really have my back in a sense? But
and I feel like
this person like really, really, really traumatized me to my soul, and I'm so grateful that I finally got rid of this person 100%. I think if we was to come across each other, it would still be like a hello. It's no beef, but I would say at the time it just really hurt my feelings, because I would say I would try to call this person to talk to them. They wouldn't answer the phone. I would text them. They wouldn't text me back. I probably was calling them twin more so than they were. Calling them my sister more so than they were. She had this boyfriend that was very, very, I guess, bad for her. And I'm just looking out for her and saying, hey, this person's not good for you. She never listened to me. And this guy basically cheated on her, had kids, and, you know, all this type of stuff. But she was just caught up in the moment with him, and y'all, it was just so much. And you know, sometimes when you run behind somebody, they like that, and if they know that it's breaking you down, they will continuously do the same thing to break you down instead of console in you and say, hey, like, we are friends and let's be friends, and I'm sorry that I'm doing this to you. Let's continue to be friends. But it was never that. It was never that. And I don't even know how we got to this point.
And what you're saying that now, boo, I feel like the level of that hurt, you made me have to fight for you.
And I appreciate the fight.
And I just, but now, like, I'm saying this to be funny, y'all. But now I feel the way because I ain't fighting for you when you wanted that. No.
I mean,
but no,
I'm young.
But
like I said, like, I'm young. Like, looking back to that, I'm like, dang. You know, you just live and you learn. Like, I don't want to go through that again. But that's gonna be another story of how my childhood was. But we'll do that in another best friend talk.
Yeah.
But y'all, honestly, this might be a full vlog in itself. We might have to go because we
but I just really want to do this so my best friend can see, like, regardless of how bad any point in our dynamic, I got her back 100%. And I think for her perspective and like how she explains everything, like, she didn't see it that way, but she knew, I feel like in the back of her mind, like, I think she do. Like,
y'all,
like, I think she do, but let me see. You know, and that's messed up.
Let me tell you how bad this got with this whole thing.
Yeah. Tell him, best friend.
When I say me and my best friend was so upset with each other,
I was ticked, y'all.
Let me tell them. Do you remember this?
Go ahead, bro.
We was so upset with each other. We was talking about probably this person. It had to have been this person. We was driving in the car together. I was so upset with my best friend. I said, you know what? Just get me out the car. Just let me get out. I got out the car. And I took off walking. She stopped the car and I just took off walking. She was like, Bricka, get in this car. Get in this car. I said, no, I'm not getting in the car. I saw walking. It's pitch black outside, y'all. I have I knew where we was, but it's pitch black. It's on a road where, like, nobody's on it, you know, like, at that time of night. And I just took off walking. She sped off. She sped off. She left me.
Sure did.
She's like, okay, well, all right. Basically, if you're going to act that stubborn, that's fine. I'm bawling, crying, y'all. Like, because I was just that mad.
Yep, I remember that.
And I called her. And I said, come get me. She came right back. And she got me. And, like, that right there, y'all. Oh, my God. Like, I ain't trying to be emotional. But, y'all. We've been through some tough times. And was it that moment though?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I feel like
that was something tough.
Like with Bricka expressing it, I feel like that has been our dynamic of me proving to her, like, I don't care who comes in the picture. I don't care who tried to come in between us. I'm never leaving you. Like, I'm never leaving you. I don't care if I'm across the country. I don't care if I'm 8 hours away. Like, I'm going to come to you. And I think at that moment, like, checkmate. Like, it clicked to her, like, okay. But it was multiple tests like that, and I'm just
multiple. That's not even the first encounter. That was the first big one, though, I would say.
Yeah, but from my perspective, though, like, with her doing that, like, it made me learn her in so many other ways to, like, what gets you to this point, like, what makes you be so enraged in this. And y'all, I would say, like, I took out the time, like, because I want to know, like, I don't want to be the type of friend that every time you're around me, you on eggshells. Like, I don't want you to feel like that. I want you to be able to, like, tell me what's bothering you. Like,
but we're going to talk about that in another vlog. We're not going to get too much in depth with that, of how we overcome that. That's going to be in a different vlog.
And like, just bringing it back to, like, we could say that, like, she made me fight for her. Like, she made me prove if I'm a good friend.
I just think, like, sorry y'all, I get emotional. I'm a Cancer, so anybody that's Cancer knows, like, we get emotional and sensitive about things like that. But that is just the first
she created it.
Toxic moment. Okay, best friend, like, you gonna keep rubbing in my face? Jesus. So honestly, there's multiple toxic moments we had. We're probably in this one right here because this one went longer than we thought, which I figured it would because we had so much to say. Like, that was like our first big one that we came across. So stay tuned to our next vlog and our next one and our next one. Don't stop, it's gonna come. Because we have a lot of toxic moments and we want to share with you guys what we did to overcome them.
And we never really talked about it, really.
We never did.
So what y'all getting on camera is the full, authentic.
Yes. And I guess that's why it's so emotional for me, because we never really talked about it so much, you know? We just kind of let it be on the back burner. But it's always good to express it and talk about it.
And I just wanted it to be at the right time in our life, too. Because I don't feel like we both were mature enough then.
That was like 10 years ago.
To fully have it. Like, I don't think we were mature enough. I think if we would have really talked about it, we wouldn't be friends. Because I don't think either of us would have received what we were trying to convey.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. So, like I said, just stay tuned for the next story time. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Like I said, we will talk more about this topic because we have other toxic moments that we want to share with you guys, and we just feel like it's time for us to go ahead and share those moments with y'all. And it'll just, you know, get you guys knowing us even more. Comment down below and let us know if there's other things y'all want to know about us.
Yeah, and comment down below, like, if you can see the genuineness in our friendship, or do it not convey that way on camera.
And comment down below if you guys have encountered anything like this before. We'd love to hear from y'all. If y'all had these moments and how did y'all overcome things like that. And yeah, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend.
The ABF
Just dropped another video. Bye guys, see y'all in the next video.